Hello, everyone. Today is May 8th, 2020. My name is Jaime Sandoval. Today, we're going to be talking about qualifying the buyer. Most of the time, you don't want to waste your time qualifying in terms of it's not wasting time. What I'm trying to say is that most of the time, we tend to deal with individuals who are not a qualified applicant for a mortgage. Here, we're going to be talking about what is the process that the mortgage lender engage in order for to qualify a buyer. My name is Jaime Sandoval. Again, my phone number 562-259-3368. I'm right here to help you buy or sell your house in time of crisis. Um, California license number 02012264, and the company that I work for is Pacific Properties Realty Group. What is qualifying? That is the question. Qualifying is making sure that the buyer can get a loan to purchase a property that they can be interested in. You qualify the buyer before you show them any possible purchases. The theory there is that if they need a loan to buy the property, why will you show them property before you knew if they could get a loan? Question the buyer before you show. You must question the buyer before you start showing the buyer properties. If you don't, you are wasting your time and probably giving the buyers false hope. Your first qualifying effort then is to ask questions to see if the buyer is really a buyer. Are they able to purchase a home now? Will they have to sell their first home first? So those are the questions. Those are that lingers most of the people. There's another questionnaire around that I show up that I provide prospects, and you can create your own questionnaire. But I do my own here, and what I do is like the first question will be, when do you want to move? Second question, how long have you been looking? And I have a tally of those. The last question that I have, I want to commit to you to show you all the properties that you should be seeing. That takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of your time. When I make that kind of commitment, I expect a reciprocal commitment from you. I think you know what I mean, do you? Who needs to be qualified? You should be getting a picture of two qualifying situations going on here. Qualify the buyer to see if they are really ready, willing, and able to buy. Qualifying the buyer to see if they can get a loan, how much a loan they can get. Who needs to be qualified? Basically, 99% of home buyers, first time or repeat buyers, have to qualify for a loan to purchase real estate. There are a few people who maintain constant credit lines in business, can be quickly qualified with the lender who they deal with on a constant basis. I will warn you that many times this open credit line for business is a very poor line of credit for real estate purchases. What are we qualifying them for? When we qualify a buyer to purchase real estate, we're actually screening the availability of their income to allow them to make payments on a new obligations without impeding the normal standards of their lifestyle. We will see if they have enough income to make the payments on the loan that they need to get. Ideally, you want to qualify the buyer before you start showing them real property. Qualify before showing should be a hard and fast rule for you. Sometimes today, buyers will tell you they have already been pre-qualified or pre-approved by a lender who they know or became aware of. When that is the case, you will need to know who the lender is and have an open access to their lending practices. This is simply because with so many people going into the real estate business, mortgage brokers and lenders are telling people that they are approved before there has been any attempt to find out if the borrower can actually qualify for the loan. When we qualify a borrower for a loan, there are two steps that we initially take: pre qualification and pre approval. Now, I am not the one that commits the lending, the loan. There are individuals who are licensed to conduct this type of business. To pre-qualify the buyer, you will need to know what their gross income is. This is normally their monthly gross income. If there are two people, husband and wife, or significant others, you will normally need both income. You will need to estimate how much of a loan you will be able to get for your purchase. I have several questions that I will be necessary to ask you. Will that be okay? That is one of the questions. You ask the husband how much do you make on a monthly basis? He answers 4,800 a month. You ask the wife as well, do you work? Yes. And the total amount is 8550. Loans are pre-qualified when then pre-owned in steps. This is the first step. Mortgage brokers, loan people speak in terms of front end and back end ratios. The front end ratio is the maximum amount of the gross income that is allowed for a monthly housing payment on a principal residence. In this case, we will determine that the front end ratio is 33% of the couple gross monthly income. We then multiply the gross monthly income by 33%. Okay. Let's see. You already have estimated the down payment that they will need approximately if they buy a residence. Now the back end is, let's check this out. Um, okay, you still have to estimate the monthly principal and interest. You multiply that by 85%, and that gives you the average of estimate of your monthly payment. Okay. The back end ratio has to be 44%. The total bills, including housing, cannot exceed 44%. And that's how you start your analysis to pre-approve, to pre-qualify the buyer. So you do the front end ratio, the back end ratio, and you estimate the payments. You come up with the down payment, and that gives you an idea. From the pre qualifications, you go to the pre approval, and in the pre approval, a lender will open an in depth credit search with at least three credit reporting agencies. They will order everything and make sure there's no changes. Um, Often, when we get a couple approved for a loan, start the home search, they will get excited and buy new cars and furniture. Make sure that they don't do any of that. Don't change credit card balances. Don't change jobs. Nothing. When the escrow closes, then you can buy cars and get furniture. Okay. Um, Extenuating circumstances. Working with a good mortgage broker can really help. A good mortgage broker can get a great loan that you can, as a rule. That is to say, you were able to get a 380,000, for example, where your buyer can get a 400 loan and purchase a 430 house. Once you have done the pre-qualification, start the pre-approval, you can start to show a couple homes. Your work has just begun. Usually they will be less than satisfied with the homes that you find them. They want more. This is where your sales skills comes in. Make them realistic. Getting the buyers realistic is sometimes a very challenging job. You can do it. You must do it for your sake and for their sake. Don't give up. The living room closed. The home of the furniture closed. Keep going until you get them into a home. You will be happy and they will be ecstatic finally. And this will end the session of qualifying the buyer. We didn't talk much, but we really went to the straight to the points. Okay. Thank you for listening. My phone number 562-259-3368. My name is Jaime Sandoval, and I'm right here to help you with your real estate businesses. If you're listening to my podcast, we relied on donations. If you can do a bean donation, I will appreciate that. Those bean donations help out to do expenses such as this right here. Once again, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Stay safe. Protect yourself when you go out. And we're here for to help you in times of crisis. Bye bye.